What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you are going to see a beautiful 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham with just 19,000 miles on it. A gorgeous car named Miss Frankie, and I'm going to tell you all about Miss Frankie right here in this video. I'm going to do a full walk around of this car, point out, really there's nothing to point out for defect. This car is just out of the wrapper. If you're looking for a nice 93 to 96 Fleetwood, this is the car. Beautiful, beautiful condition. I'm gonna tell you all about it right here in this video. Do a full walk around, like I said, inside, outside. We'll take it for a spin. We'll bring it back to the shop, put it on the lift, tell you all the things that I've done to this car to bring this car up to turnkey status right here in this video. Let's get going. You want me, huh? And here she is, Miss Frankie, the 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, an absolutely gorgeous two-owner, beautiful last body style of this big rear-wheel drive Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. First year for the 93 to 96 body style. They do not come around this nice this often. And oddly enough, the last time I had one this nice was almost this identical replica car. Almost exactly a year ago, I had that 93 white with blue cloth Brougham that I bought out of Canada, and I kept in my collection for a few years. That car was of equivalent condition of this car, and it's ironic that they were both 93s. They're both white with blue interior. The only difference is this one's got leather, but both stunning cars, and I love finding them this nice. So this car is a two-owner car, built new in Arlington, and it lived in Texas its whole life. The first owner was an older lady, bought it brand new in Texas. She lived in the Austin, Texas area. She had it, I believe, up until like 2012. When she passed away, she left this car to a little old lady friend of hers, who then kept it from, I think, 11 or 12, I gotta get my dates right, all the way up until ultimately her passing back in 2019. And Miss Frankie, it was the second owner. And that's what this car is called. And I know how I know that is when I was looking to buy this car, I Googled the VIN number to this car, and whoever owns it can Google the VIN number. There's a whole write-up about this car when whoever maybe was trying to sell it for Miss Frankie's estate, they named it, that the car was named Miss Frankie by Miss Frankie, so that was just her car. So two sweet little old ladies have owned this car and cherished it and loved it and garaged it, and just, I mean, look at it. It is absolutely gorgeous. And this doesn't typically happen in Texas. I mean, they stay clean and rust-free, but usually the sun gets to them, and this car is just, oh my gosh, unbelievable condition. 19,000, just about to hit 20,000 miles. I found out actually a lot from that old ad. Whoever was trying to sell it for it back then, the car had 19,500 miles on it at that time. That was back in 2020. I don't think they had luck selling the car, because the car then got turned in by the estate to a Mitsubishi dealership. The Mitsubishi dealership had it for a few years. I don't know if they had it on display or something. I don't know. Ultimately, I mean, I bought the car from a dealer-only auction. So I think they just maybe had it on display because no miles really were added to it, few hundred. And it was really in the same shape that the ad said it was. So I don't understand what happened. I tried to contact the dealer, and, you know, sometimes getting through to new car stores is like, you know, you're better off talking to a wall. So I don't know. I don't know if the owner was a collector and bought it, or what the scenario was, but it was sold to a Mitsubishi dealership in Texas, and that's ultimately who have had it, and, you know, didn't do nothing other than obviously preserve it continuously. When I got the car in, I serviced it and I went through it. I bought this car back in April. Not to say it took me that long to get this car sorted, but it took a little bit of time. I had it at 2 outside shops doing a few little odds and ends here and there. We did a lot of work to this car, just a lot of updating. It had the original Michelin XW4s on it when I bought it. It had the original R12 refrigerant. The AC didn't work. You know, I rebuilt the power antenna. We did some brake work. We did some suspension work. We did all kinds of stuff to bring this car back to turnkey, ready to go, ready to drive condition. Miss Frankie and the previous little old lady who owned this car, who bought it new, took phenomenal care of it condition-wise. It just needed a little bit of specialty motor cars love and touch to, you know, get it to where it is now. And she just stands tall. She drives phenomenal, just like a 19,000 mile Cadillac should drive. And this is just a really, really nice example. Now, the key points on these cars are a few things: the spears, the rub strip moldings, the emblems, the reverse lights. All those things can tell a lot about these 93 to 96 Fleetwoods. The spears, a lot of people know, and I was very proud to say it. This is, yeah, go ahead, bug. A lot of people know that these are common to wrinkle, these spears. So the 4 spears on the 2 on the quarters, 2 on the fenders, these are plastic. What happens is, being out in the sun and in the heat, what happens is the plastic, like spear itself, is like chromed in like a foil, and the plastic part shrinks under the foil, giving you that wrinkle effect. These are metal. There is a few guys out there who reproduce these in a metal spear. I've replaced them before on cars when they were all wrinkled up. But these ones are all really nice. Not perfect, but very, very nice originals. I'll point out just a few little blemishes. You can see like just a little wrinkle there. I like the original ones being on the car. And that's why I'm leaving them on the car, because it's very minimal. Usually they look like, you know, the back of a, I don't know, old lady's ass or something. That's how wrinkly they usually are. But again, Texas car, that should have happened to this car, but it didn't. The rub strips are all in beautiful shape. Dashboard, again, these things cracked so easy because there's such a big dashboard. Dashboard is perfect. All the emblems have beautiful color in them. Again, telling you that this car was in a garage setting where it was protected. You know, look at how nice. The other thing with these cars, very common that these reverse lights start to get cloudy. Look at how crisp and clear those are. I hit all these points on that Canadian Cadillac that I had, that white 93 that I sold last year, because that was a northern car, and that just comes natural with that. This being a Texas car, to see this on a Texas car is kind of unheard of. You know, just even those reverse lights, they would just get cloudy just from being out in the sun. But this thing is just out of this world beautiful. Anyways, we'll go around the car. I got my pointer here. A few little things with this car, like minor little chips, but overall, very, very nice. Very clean. All the chrome, the bright work is just beautiful. The alloy wheels, you know, man, this is a gorgeous car. We'll start right here in the front, dead center, and look at this beautiful emblem here. This is the Heritage of Ownership emblem, and what this indicates is these Roman numerals indicate how many Cadillacs this person has bought new. I don't know my Roman numerals that well, but I can tell you what this one indicates, and that's pretty substantial for Cadillacs. These numbers went from basically 0 all the way up to 40, and when you went after 40, you got what they called master owner. It was there was no number; it just said master owner. I have a few of those, very rare to find. But having 13 brand new Cadillacs, obviously before this lady passed, that's pretty significant. Obviously a lifelong Cadillac owner, and she took great care of the last one. She picked a beautiful one out. I would have loved to have like known what like the last 5 of them were. You know, she might have had a 92 Brougham or a 90 Brougham or an 80s Brougham. Who knows? You know, but obviously she liked her big Cadillacs. You can see the crest here, beautiful shape. The chrome is nice. The coloring in it is absolutely beautiful. Nice deep colors. Chrome grille is in phenomenal shape. Headlight capsules, beautiful. These are glass headlights, but you can see all original guide. Cornering lights, beautiful with the Cadillac crests. You know, it's just really, really nice shape. Few little light bug marks. You can see kind of like a few little speckles there. And then over on this one, you can see a few little spots. But very, very minor. Again, given that it was from Texas, I'm sure they saw some pretty decent bugs. But like, look at how nice the chrome is. The impacts. It does have a tiny little spot right there where it must have just tapped something. Front license plate bracket. It even has the original on both the front and back. These are the original screws that GM issued with these cars. They're little Phillips head screws. I think they might be stainless. Not entirely sure, but I know they are the original screws. Come up over the hood here. Beautiful paint on this car. I mean, just clean, gorgeous condition. You know, there was two little chips. See one guy right there and one guy right there. Got the headlamp indicators, fiber optics. Again, the spears, beautiful shape. A little tiny bit of wrinkling right there on that end, but very, very nice. Look at just how bright it is, even from the kick up of the tires. It's not all sandblasted. Inside the wheel wells, usually you have to paint these black. Haven't had to paint these. Most of these cars, they have to paint these black because this is just a metal inner fender structure. And from kick up from the tire, it just gets sandblasted. But this is all original. Didn't have to touch that. Has all the inner fender linings there. Beautiful original alloy wheels. Like I said, this car still had the original Michelin XW4s on it when it came in. We put brand new white walls on it. Nice chunky white walls. Date code on these. Well, they should be new, but I've been surprised lately. 22 of 24. I probably bought these back in April when I bought the car. So, original PPG glass. Not a Sungate windshield. That was an option. I don't know if it was an option for 93, but it was an option. Beautiful vinyl top. Absolutely perfect vinyl top. You know, even the stitching in the center, you can see the stitching is perfect. You know, where you start to see the stitching start to disappear and like get frayed. All the stitching is beautiful. Again, emblems are beautiful. Trim here is nice and tight. We replaced all the clips behind these. Very common for these to break off. We replaced all the clips, so this is on nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. Oh man, pine needle, come on, guy. Oh no. Ah. Go. There we go. All the side glass is in phenomenal shape. Got the GM child security lock sticker on there. Mirrors, beautiful, no scuffs, no dings. Come down the body, just real nice all the way throughout. Looks like I had cankles in that reflection. Look how nice the lower trim is. All the door edge guards are in beautiful shape. There. You get the skirted rear wheels on these 93 Fleetwoods. Skirts are in great shape. Again, another beautiful alloy wheel. A couple little spots where you can see a few little worms of corrosion. Maybe one right there too. But the wheels are very nice. Those are the alloy version. They did make a chrome version of these, which I think complement these cars very well, but this car was not an option with the chrome wheels. And again, like, I'm being super nitpicking right here. Like, you can see a little bit of an unevenness in that spear right there, and I already showed you this spot right here. But usually it's like wrinkled throughout the whole thing, so this is, they're worth leaving on because obviously original fits the best. They hug the body perfectly. The aftermarkets fit great. I'm not shitting on them. When they're that bad, they're worth putting on. But if they're this nice, they're worth keeping on too. I did rebuild the power antenna. Again, look at how nice that chrome is. The lower section, where you typically get all blasted. Light little scratch right there. Very, very minor. Where'd it go? Right, yeah, there. Tail light ends all look good. Rear bumper, no dings or anything like that from just even tapping anything. Chrome pockets in here, no pitting. Typical to see the pitting in these bezels. Bezels are in nice shape. The brightness of the chrome. I mean, look, you can see the reflection of the top of the. Phil, you can even see the reflection of the emblems up here. I mean, just beautiful chrome on this car. Nice southern chrome, garaged chrome. Look how nice that chrome is. And it's even nice, like, underneath it. Like, look at how nice. Perfect. And nice taillight bezels. Pistoco Cadillac out of Wichita Falls was the selling dealer of this car. Nice, beautiful, clear reverse lights. You might not pick up on this stuff when I like point it out and I get all weirded out by like how nice these things are. But go look at a few other ones that are for sale or just pictures of them and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like these things yellow out just like headlights in newer cars today because it's a plastic lens. When they get exposed to the sun, they get yellow. Nice, beautiful chrome on the Caddy emblem. Nice coloring on the crest here. I mean, just fresh, fresh, fresh. At the locking, this is a locking gas door car. You can see that in there. Even has the original, like I said, rear license plate screws. Deck lid. Oh, actually no, the deck lid I can't say is perfect. These are the two, I would say, biggest paint flaws. Is these two little stains. I don't know if it was sap or something. It's smooth, like it's not like etched, but it's stained the paint on the deck lid there. Again, all this was all repaired. When I say repaired, the clips were replaced because the clips, there's like 2 or 3 clips on this side. These ones don't usually break. It's the ones that are in this metal trim panel that go from like right here to the other side. They get brittle and they break out of this metal panel. So then this starts to flop around. You get the right breeze when you throw that trunk up, catches it, it'll rip it right off. So all new clips. So you're good to go there. And again, like, look at all the nice stitching. Top is just super nice. Nice bright emblems. This spear, again, really, really nice. Almost just like the other side. You get a little spot right on the end. And then just a very, very minor ripple right here. Super nice down here. And nice, beautiful alloy wheels. A few little spots, one right there, one little spot there. You can actually see one little there. But a nice, kind of like a brushed or machined face wheel. Excuse me. There is beautiful shape there. Come back down the door. Door edge guard, perfect. Might have a little rub right up there. Maybe like a little spot. I don't know if that was touched up or if that's a smudge or something. And one teeny tiny, other than you can see the watermark, teeny tiny little ding right there. I mean, tiny little ding. Pride and ownership at its finest. I left this on, I thought this was kind of cool. There was a newer Texas sticker up here that expired in 2018 or 19. But this is an old school Texas inspection certificate. It doesn't have a number before the 9, so I don't know if it's 99. I don't know if it was 09. It definitely wasn't 19, but if you're from Texas and you remember these, tell me, you could probably tell me what that, if they stop using them in 99 or 2000 or whenever, probably indicate time frame on those things. Again, all inside here, nice. Didn't have to paint it. This spear, let's see, this one is absolutely perfect. Not even a wrinkle or a blister anywhere on this one. Then you get these fiber optic headlamp monitors. Wheel, again, this one, kind of like the back one, just a few little small spots. Corner light up here is nice. Wrap around that molding. Just clean, 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 clean. I love finding them like this. I love bringing them back to my shop. I love having them. I love cars like this. These nice, clean survivors. All right, let's take a look at the inside now. All right, we got it in the shade here. I can show you the inside. Just a classic Cadillac color combo. White over navy. The only thing better would be a navy blue top, but I know people are gonna yell at me, don't put an aftermarket top on it. But if this did have a navy top, just like that 92 I recently sold, ooh. Built in Texas by Texans, Arlington, Texas assembly plant, 10 of 92, build date, super clean inside the jams. All in here where you typically start to see these things rust. Obviously being a Texas car, never gonna be a problem, but that's where you usually see it. You have dual power. 93, you had the 3-tier lumbar, heated seats, power windows, power mirrors, little tweeter speakers. Just really, really nice. All the wood and all the trim. You know, the lock and unlock button, typical for these to break into the door, like break in and fall in. All nice and tight. Carpeting, phenomenal shape. And even in this high traffic area, there's like nowhere there. On the side bolsters of these seats, really common to start to see splitting in the leather or the vinyl on the side here. None. Beautiful leather. Really soft, supple leather. Beautiful leather wrapped wheel. Got the 93 tissue box style steering wheel. That's what they call it, the tissue box wheel. I'll show you all the instrumentation and stuff in just a minute. But yeah, really, really clean, really sharp. Open up the back door here. Get inside, all clean. Definitely didn't have any grandkids riding in the back of Nana's pride and joy. The pull handles, pop these guys open. I mean, look at how mint those ashtrays are. No smoking and no bubblegum chewing. As a kid, I remember, and it's funny I can say this, like saying, oh, it's never happened in this car, but as a kid, I can remember being in the back of my grandmother's Caprice or my parents' station wagon. You know, would put lollipops in there or boogers, or I joke about it now because I know I did it. You know, you let a lollipop from the bank, you go through the bank, you let one of those like sugary lollipops just like melt in those, it just turned nasty. Look at how nice that carpeting is. The seat back pockets are all nice and tight. Look at that back seat. Just inviting. Hello, come on down, take a seat, relax. Got a big center armrest with this giant erecting center console. You can do it one tier for cup holders, or you can hide your stash in there. You got the Cadillac insignia embroidered, but I love the back seats of these, how they kind of just wrap right around into the door panel. You know, not like a super wrap around like those old Thunderbirds back in the day, but really nice. You can actually just see very little scratching on these to say that these haven't been buckled in there often. really nice leather, nice headliner. You have dual vanity. Oh, does that light up? Yeah. I just didn't clean the mirrors. Shame on me. Dual lighted vanity mirrors. Just real nice. All the weather stripping and stuff. Beautiful shape. Come around to the passenger side. Actually, while I got this door open, one little chip that I forgot to mention or point out, you can see right up on the top of the door here, a couple little chips that were touched up. I don't know what would have caused that so high. No damage to the roof or anything. So I would probably have to assume somebody opened the door and, you know, chipped it. Not that something hit the car and chipped it. I think you'd see something on this on the roof. Again, look at how nice this is. Come on, there we go. Been pulled out of there. With all the little vanity lights on there. We got the rear. That's the rear headlamp monitor, or headlamp would be tail lamp monitors. Like, see this one, you can see a few more little scratches. So this has been buckled a few times, but I mean, look at how nice that is. You get the buckles in the middle here with the little Cadillac crusts on them, and then single lap belt right there in the middle. Seat back pockets are all in nice shape. And all the gasketing and everything, beautiful condition. Door panels, no fade or anything like that. Dual power. You have a 60/40 split bench. And you have recline right here. And leather, super nice. You have the heater seat switch, lumbar, upper and lower. I did notice you can see a little bit of stress cracking right here above this screw on this recliner bezel. But no splitting on this side here. How nice the carpet is. The Cadillac insignia. If you counted the words Cadillac or just counted the Cadillac and the emblems throughout this car, I mean, the amount of spots where they put emblems, especially on the outside. 92 Broughams, it's crazy. They had them on the seats, they had them here, on the door. It's unbelievable how many spots they put. Cadillac was real proud of, you know, well, as they should have. They were the standard of the world. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. All right, behind the wheel here, and this is what I like to show you what I got for books, keys, all that good stuff. In this case, I got a lot of keys and a lot of keychains. We got one original Cadillac fob in nice shape. We got one set of gold keys, a little bit of wear on those. One Joe Pistocco Cadillac out of Wichita Falls keychain. Another one, another set of gold keys. New school plastic Pontiac and Cadillac dealer. 7th in Austin and Wichita Falls, Texas. Don't know if they're still in business. And then a set of regular GM chip keys. So altogether, 3 sets of keys, 1 remote. We're gonna start it up. It does still chime. You hear that chime? You pull that out a little bit, put it in. Start it up. Let the lights go through their cycle. $19,904 miles on this beautiful Fleetwood. No lights on the dash. Let's see, yeah, that airbag light went out. I did have to do an airbag module on this car. When I got it in, the airbag light was on, and finding parts for the, you know, for like airbag systems, quite tough, but tracked down a good used airbag module. It was getting like a misdiagnostic light, so it was like flashing. So the diagnostic module was bad in this. See the level ride light come on. Got new shocks in the back. Level ride shocks. You can see how nice the dash pad is. Typical to see these things crack up here and around the points of the airbag. None of that. Auto dimming rear view mirror. You can see here a little photo cell. That's pretty cool. A little garage door opener would go in here, or the CADAR radar detector. You can put a few things in here, but the fact that the sticker is still here is pretty cool. You got a little sunglass holder, dual lighted vanity mirrors. We got some good stuff over here. The original window sticker, all the books and stuff here. You can see the original owner, Jarvis Wolf, 2100 Santa Fe, Wichita Falls. Bought this car brand new at 350 miles, 2/16 of 93. These are never filled out. I don't even know why oh, no, we do. We have a 6,000 mile. Driver's door lock actuator repair. Required maintenance performed. Oh, this is cool. Rotate tires, 9,000 miles. That was in 98. And that was it. They're never always filled out. Very rarely do I even see that filled out. I thought that was pretty cool. You got the 93 Fleetwood Owner's Manual, a pen, the original selling dealer's Cadillac Crest Club business card, life member, Frank Burns. Believe it or not, this little sumbitch still works. Comes on. Unbelievable. Little Cadillac notepad, little pen. Really cool to have that tri-fold Cadillac package there. We have, whoop, come back to me. Original window sticker here. You can see Cotillion white with dark blue leather interior, 5.7 liter engine. McGinnis Cadillac out of Houston was the dealer to who took this as delivery. Base price was $33,990. Security package consists of automatic door locks, fuel filler door, remote keyless entry, theft deterrent system, $545. The Fleetwood Brougham leather seating, $22.50. AM/FM stereo with compact disc player, $396. And auto day and night mirror, $110. Total $37,891 in 1993. Really cool to have that. These I found under the seat. It's a chiropractor's business card, but I thought this was kind of funny, and I'll leave it with the car. This must be like a, I don't know, maybe a figurine or something, like some old style toy. Spread arms away from the body before operating the figurine. This will increase arm motion. Unlike common display figurines, your new Motionettes is constructed with bendable wire arms to permit you to position the arms in many desirable poses. Motionettes is a trademark of Telco Creations. This kind of almost, this thing is like ready to just die, whatever this piece of paper is. Pre-delivery performed at McGinnis Cadillac. I don't even know where this was, but it looks like it was a decal. The little piece that's missing is in there too. But yeah, pretty neat right there. I thought that was neat. We got a trunk popper there. Pull this out. You can see nice, clean, a little ashtray. Non-smoker's car. We do have climate control. We're going to put that on. We'll put it on low so it doesn't blast us away. Auto dimming headlights. You have, obviously, you can turn them on yourself. Your windows, your door locks, dual power seats, tilt column, all your windshield wipers and everything. Like, none of the writing is all worn off like it typically does. Power antenna. Yep. Radio works. Put this guy open. It's like a little pad that sticks up there. And then this. It's always tricky to get this out. Oh, there we go. You got a little storage, cup holders, coin holder. Pretty neat there. All right, let's take a look inside the trunk and under the hood. So inside the trunk, there's a few more other little goodies that come with this car. The coolest thing being this old school Cadillac. I mean, you can see like the leather is starting to come off, but got the old school Cadillac emblem. And I believe even inside, you can see all Cadillac scripted inner liner. So if any of you guys are out there looking to buy this car and need to win over the wife, you buy the car, don't ask her, and when the car shows up, you can say, honey, look what I bought, and just show her the pocketbook and say, the pocketbook, with the pocketbook came a free car. This guy is a little headrest cushion, little lamb's wool headrest cushion for Nana. There is a car cover that was with this car. All 4 original floor mats, you can see, are in really, really nice shape. I mean, not even really much for a heel mark. You got the under trunk, or under, you know, under that, you get under the floor mats, you have the trunk mat, and then this is the locking gas door. Put that down. Get that little lock there. But like, look just how nice all this is. No fade. You know, typically this gets all dried out. Usually this little piece starts to crack on Texas cars too. And the fact that this is this nice, again, just stuff that you usually see. Got the SPID tag, base clear paint, automatic, easy soft close trunk. And obviously, you know how these guys operate. They lock in there, then hit that key. Let's pop the hood here, get the 5.7 liter V8 under the hood. Tidy under here, very, very tidy. Just, I mean, nice, clean, very little surface rust on a few things, but all the tie bar. See, I just had the AC retrofitted. It was R12, but it was completely out of Freon. It even said in that ad back in 2020 that the AC was inoperable. It was the original Freon and needed to be converted. So we had that retrofitted, new serpentine belt put on it, AC Delco belt. You know, but it's a very original car. You got original hoses, probably upper and lower hoses. Nice clean jug here, like no yellowing. You can see a little bit of yellowing on that one, but you can see how nice and clean this is. Still have this tag holding on here on how to take care of your wipers. Just really, really clean. Underhood insulation pad is nice. It does show some type of like oil staining on there, but overall I would say very, very nice. And obviously, rust-free Texas car. All right, let's take her for a spin. All right, let's pop her down in a gear. Now let's take this big Luxo barge for a spin. This, you know, I love the 1992 Broughams, and I love these. These are kind of more of a floaty Cadillac. I think the 90-92 Broughams don't float as much as these. Like, these feel like you're driving a big Cadillac. You know, what's crazy is picturing the little old lady, Frankie, driving this thing behind the wheel, you know, just coming to get her nails done. Ooh, that thing got wrecked. Man, that thing got hammered. And, you know, pulling up somewhere and seeing a little old lady behind the wheel here. Must have been adorable back in the day. Unfortunately, you don't see that anymore. And she cruises down the highway nicely. I haven't put a ton of miles on this car. 218 miles must have been when I got it. Why haven't I put a lot of miles on it? Well, because you can see the odometer. And that's not flickering in real life. It looks just like that. But the LEDs and the pixels and the whatever, there's a technical term. I forget it every time, but everybody always seems to forget or comment. Oh, the cluster's flickering. Anyways, I couldn't roll it over 20,000 miles. So, and it had the original tires, so I didn't really want to drive it far and on the highway. It had the original Michelin XW4s. Yeah, I mean, she just cruises effortlessly. See if that cruise, we got cruise engaged on the dash. Yep. The rock sailing out of that tire there. And she just floats down the road. New shocks, new tires. I mean, this thing is just ready for a road trip. But you're going to be the one that rolled over 20,000 because I can't do that. It's like car guy. Like, we all try to keep the mileage low. When it gets to that point, it's tough because, oh. But I'm going to let the next owner be the guy to break her 20,000 miles. Yeah, guy, you were behind me. Now you're in front of me. But yeah, she just floats and cruises so smoothly, quiet inside the cabin, does everything she's supposed to do. All right, let's jump ahead real quick and take a look at the bottom side of this Fleetwood. All right, bottom side of the 93 Fleetwood, and look at how nice this thing is. Even look at the chrome on the bumper on the bottom, unbelievably clean. Beautiful car. 1993 Fleetwood, just 19,000 miles. What did we do to this one? New fuel pump, new strainer in there, resurfaced the original rear drums, did new rear air shocks. You can see the new shocks up in there, both sides. New fuel filter. All GM, original GM exhaust on this car. Just super nice on it here. As you would expect, obviously, it being a Texas car, since new. Just really, really nice car under here. Original catalytic converter. Look at all the body mounts and everything. Just all in really great shape. Did a fresh oil change, of course. Front shocks as well. What it says, idler, center link, serpentine belt. Super nice. Just look at how nice this thing is. Got all the air deflectors. Typically these things go breaking right off and sailing off. This car has got it all still mounted under there. Any questions? 978-930-1004. Oh yeah, all 4 new tires too. I think I maybe mentioned that earlier. Anyways, 978-930-1004. You got any questions? In the meantime, let's get back to the video. And there you have it. Bottom side, just as clean as the top side. 2-owner Texas car, 19,906 miles as of right now. 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood. Serviced, ready to go. Cold air. All keys, books, floor mats. It's got everything. So if you're looking for a nice one, a clean one, an undoctored up one, this is a prime example if you're interested. Give me a call, 978-930-1004. My name is Anthony, Specialty Motor Cars, right here in Pelham, New Hampshire. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, all that for all those sneak peeks. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I am closing the gap at the 100,000 mark. And I don't usually beg, but for the next 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be begging. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that notification bell, that subscription button, even a thumbs up, a comment, anything. Any interaction goes a long way to help my channel. I know you might think you might be a small little guy in a big seat. It's just like, what's that going to do? It helps. So totally appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching. Like I always say, don't let distance stop you. What an ugly car. Don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. One call can do it all. 978-930-1004. Get this car shipped right to you. Shipped it out of Texas. I can ship it back to Texas. I can ship it anywhere it's got to go. Price point on this big Fleetwood, $22,995. Again, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video. Totally appreciate it. Let me know what you think down in the comments of this big 93 Fleetwood Miss Frankie we will continue calling her that until the next owner decides otherwise. But I think if you do, she'll probably come back and haunt you. Anyways, 978-930-1004. Thanks to everybody for watching. Talk to you on the next one.